Good morning and welcome to Friday. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with another edition of your weather hazard briefing. This is Friday, September 20th. Keep things nice and simple for you this morning. Dry, mostly sunny, mostly clear, low to no impact weather is forecast to continue through this weekend. I'll show you a graphic in just a minute. We may see a little bit more breeze today compared to what we've seen the last couple days, particularly over craters of the moon region, maybe some gusts to 30 miles an hour out that way. But other than that, not much to speak of here as we head into your weekend. Our next chance, and it's a low chance of a few showers, comes in Sunday night or Monday. We'll talk about that in just a minute as well. But other than that, quiet weather returns after that system comes through as we go into the middle of next week as well. So forecast confidence continues to be medium to high in this pattern of really not a lot of impactful weather for southeast Idaho as we look out over the next week or so. Very evident here in your weather risk outlook, not much to speak of over the next 5 days. Again, breezy conditions this afternoon, at least compared to the last couple days, for portions of the Magic Valley, particularly from Shoshone northeast across craters of the moon. And the only other thing we have here on our risk outlook, that chance of showers as we head out into late Sunday night into Monday, particularly across the northeast highlands. Still a question mark on that, though. We're going to continue to watch trends in the models to see if the system coming through is going to be close enough to our area to really bring us much of an impact even up in that region. No watches, warnings, or advisories in effect this morning across the entire area. Current satellite loop not showing much either. We do have some high clouds. You can see some white streaming in here from the northwest up across the Pacific Northwest into portions of Idaho. Just a few higher level clouds, not expected to have a big impact today, and we're going to see plenty of sunshine as we go over the next several days. Current radar loop quiet this morning as well, with nothing going on here in southeast Idaho. Not really seeing a lot of fog this morning either. We are a bit drier than what we've been over the past couple mornings. This webcam is our one trouble spot that we're watching so far this morning. No surprise here, US 20, Osborne Bridge up in Fremont County, seeing some localized dense fog. This image was taken at 4:24 a.m., but outside of that, really not seeing much out there. Looking at the weather stations, the webcams, and the satellite image, again, as we are just a bit drier, so not expecting fog concerns here over the next several days. Severe weather outlook today is nothing. Again, no precipitation expected. Excessive rainfall outlook, flash flood concerns, not an issue today either. Same story as we go into Saturday. No thunderstorms, no severe weather, and no flash flooding expected. We'll take a quick look at those winds for this afternoon. Again, this isn't really a big deal for most of you, but a little breezier than what we've seen the past couple days. You can see here out over, again, centered over craters of the moon, up into portions of INL, and then maybe stretching back towards Shoshone. Sustained west-southwest winds on the order of about 15 to 20 miles an hour. So just a little bit elevated out there. And you can see outside of that, generally seeing about 10, 12 miles an hour here up the rest of the Snake Plain, including into the Rexburg, Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, Pocatello, Burley corridor. A few of our higher elevations up toward the peaks may see some slightly breezier conditions this afternoon as well. As we switch over to wind gusts associated with this pattern, again, a few gusty areas here up at the peaks. Other than that, we're looking at the eastern Magic Valley and Shoshone area up across craters, stretching up toward the INL area for some wind gusts on the order of about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So not advisory criteria, not expected to be a big deal for most of you, but a little bit different from what we've seen the last couple days and worth a mention here. Just like yesterday, we're going to take a look at some tables here to kind of pick out some trends in the forecast as we go over the next 7 days or so. These are the same two graphics we showed you yesterday. So over here on the left, we have our high temperature forecast. We have a list of cities here on the left. We have the next 8 days actually listed here, and one of them is yesterday. Not sure why the graphic was giving us that, but the next week or so shown here across the top. And again, just like we saw yesterday, the next 5 days or so, at least through Tuesday, really not seeing any big trends in our temperatures. Most of the region will top out in the upper 60s to low 70s, depending on where you are. Not really even seeing many 75-degree readings here in our normally warmer locales. We're still noticing Wednesday and Thursday, the 25th and 26th, middle of next week here on the table. You can see some warmer colors, some darker oranges here. This is where where you may notice a little bit warmer trend here in the forecasting. We actually have now not just 80 for Chalice on Wednesday, but Shoshone also showing 80 degrees. So these numbers have ticked up just a couple degrees as we get out toward Wednesday and Thursday in the middle of next week. So have that on your radar. Might see a little bit more of an organized warm up as we head out toward the end of the next week. Over here on the right, kind of taking a look at our probability of precipitation. This is the percent chance of rain. And again, we have a list of cities here on the left. And we walk out through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as you go from left to right here across the table. And you can see for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not much going on. Either zero, there's some zeros here, there's some ones here. I see a 5 up in Island Park. That is a very dry forecast if we're only looking at a 0 to 5% chance of rain. So not expecting anything here through Sunday. You can still see Monday is lit up a little bit here, just like it was yesterday. This is a system that may lightly brush us from the north. And best chances here for maybe some shower activity are going to be up across the northeast. So if you follow Driggs over, we have about a 22% chance right now of some showers. That's centered on Monday morning, the 6 a.m. column. 17% chance in Du Bois, 29% chance in Island Park. So those communities located up in the northeast looking at still about a 15 to 30% chance of showers in the current forecast for Monday. I'm also noticing here that we taper off as we get into the afternoon. So right now, timing could change, but right now looking at early to late morning as being the favored time here for maybe some shower activity. Moving on to Tuesday, again, dry. That quiet weather should resume across the region for several days following Monday. And again, there's just not a lot of impactful weather, luckily, to talk about here in the forecast over the next week. So we'll continue to keep an eye on Monday for you and see how those numbers trend. But that's all that we have on our radar, so to speak, right now. That's it for your hazard briefing this morning. As always, feel free to reach out to us using the information shown here on this slide. And enjoy your Friday.